Like in a blaze of glory, the late human rights activist and National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere, Yoruba socio-political group, Yinka Odumakin, started his final journey home with a line in state and a service of songs at the Police College Ikeja, Lagos. Dignitaries from all walks of life were there to pay their last respect to the pro-democracy activist and also commiserate with his wife, Dr. Joe Odumakin. This presence included the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, former Governor of Ogun State Senator Ibukunle Amosun, former functional leader of Odua People's Congress (OPC) and current Are Ona Kakanfo of Yoruba Land, Iba Gani Adams. Songs were rendered, tributes were read, and years flowed down freely as friends, colleagues, associates, family members, and members of the public thronged the venue of the Lion State to pay their last respect. Odumakin's widow, Jo, clad in braided t-shirts specially made for the occasion, intermittently wiped her face and fought back tears, but should be consoled by the outpouring of positive tributes to the late Afenifere's chieftain. Speaking at the occasion, Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu said Yinka and Jo formed arguably the most formidable couple the human and pro-democracy activism has ever witnessed in the country. He paid glowing tribute to Odumakin for both principled stance on true federalism and enthronement of good governance. He said he hoped Jo would have the fortitude to continue where her late husband and soulmate stopped.
Of one of the most formidable couple that was seen in our history. And the other half is his beloved wife, Dr. Joe Odumakin, who now sadly has to continue this struggle without her husband, without her fellow comrade, and without a big friend that I know he is to her. But my sister, you will continue to push on in the trenches.
Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, said though he knows of him was from a distance, but it was that of admiration for his qualities and total commitment to what he believed in.
Was based on admiration of his qualities, of what he stood for, of what he represented, and of who he was.
Iba Gani Adams said he has lost a friend, companion, and someone who was very committed to the cause of liberating Nigeria and the Yoruba nation in particular. He said he was not really interested in giving speech, but going by what he saw, he was overwhelmed by the class and caliber of people who had come to pay their last respect.
I was reluctant to give a speech until when Senator Tokunbo Afikuyami forced me that Are, you have to say something. We are talking of someone who have never been a governor, who have never been a senator, who have never been even chairman of a local government complex of councillors. You can see how glorious exist of Yinka Odumakin be.
Senator Amosun, former Ogun State Governor, in his own remarks, commiserated with widow Dr. Joe and the children. He said it was not how long one lived that mattered, but the values one lived for when he was alive. He said Yinka Odumakin was someone who lived and died for what he believed for. He said though they disagree on so many things, but no one could deny the Turkey love his fatherland.
Truly, Yinka, whatever he believes in, it's been said. He will pursue it day and night. I remember the last time I saw him, he was with me in my place, and he told me that he's coming from either Akure or so, and that he will be traveling again the following day. And I just said you can't stop that.
Breaking with ageless Yoruba culture, which forbids an older person from attending the burial of a younger person, non-Nigerian Baba Ayo Adebanjo, leader of Afenifere, was at the event. He said Odumakin was courageous fighters who fought for what he believed in.
Yinka's age, I am honoring his services to Yoruba land and Nigeria. It is true that in our culture, Nigerian person, particularly this between and Yinka. But Yinka served Nigeria. He served Yoruba land. He is fearless, selfless, courageous, committed. In this generation, I have visited many activists who started at Yinka and fought at the wayside.
And then it was time for the widow, Dr. Joe, to give a speech. She said she found it difficult to refer to her husband in the past tense. She said they met in Alagbon, where they were both detained, where she spent 2 months. She said her husband is a selfless person. It was a touching tribute from a woman who said she had been married to Odumakin for 24 years.
Extremely difficult for me to talk about comrade in the past, having known him for over 3 decades and being together for 24 years. Apart first cross, when we met at Alagbon, I was detained in Kwara by the military government by unlawful assembly, circulating, citing documents and planning to overthrow the government. So I was detained there for 2 months. When they felt I was too stubborn, they brought me to Alagbon. That was where I met Comrade and Chief Ganifa and me. Actually, they thought I was a man. But meeting him, here lies the man who has taken a part of me. I'm keeping a part of him. I'm promising him that it will never grow cold. Comrade was very selfless. The week before he left for the hospital, he had traveled around east, west, north and south. But he told me, as he was descending the stair, he just said, yes, I forgot to tell you that tomorrow I'll be in Ekiti. Next tomorrow I'll come back to Ibadan. I'm going to have my conference. After that, I'll return to Ife. From Ife, I'll go to Ikene. From Ikene, I'll go to Ilorin. Then I'll back on Sunday. But that day that he left, he went for about 3 meetings. The last one was in Are on the Kakanfo's house. He addressed a press conference. It was after that the physiotherapist said his oxygen was low, but he kept on. Comrade that you are seeing there, I refer to him as an encyclopedia of positive activism. He was a great life wire for a restructured Nigeria. He always displayed uncommon courage at the barricades, deeply committed.
The rite of passage continues in his hometown, Moro, Osun State, where he would be laid to rest. Survived by parents, Odumakin will be remembered for his positive activism, as attested to by his wife. Fare thee well, good son of Oduduwa.